Hey everybody, Britical Saiyans here. I'm Matt,
And I'm Jonah.
and today we have the green stuff from Set
Yeah.
12. So we got Lord Slug is our first card. So Lord Slug, auto when his card attacks, you and your opponent draw one card. Okay. Auto, if you have 3 or more green energy, when you activate Rejuvenate skill, draw 2 cards, then flip this card over. Awaken, when your life is at 4 or less, you and your opponent draw 1 card, well, may draw 1 card. Okay, so it's optional for both players to draw there, but obviously probably will anyway. Then you switch up to 2 of your energy to active mode and flip this card over. So it's a, oh wait, 2 energy? Oh god. I was about to say it's a 1-1 leader then, but it's like, no, it's a 1-2 leader. Ooh. But it's got the alternative way of awakening as well. So you can either just draw 2 off the Rejuvenate auto thing to awaken, or the actual awakening. And then we're on to the awakened side. Now, he has 20k power on his awakened side. Yeah.
Okay.
Permanent, if your opponent has 7 or fewer cards in their hand, this card gets minus 5k power during battles on your opponent's turn.
Okay.
So they basically have to... They're gaining loads of cards from you, but then if they want to make it easier for them to hit you, they have to combo their cards away.
Yeah, if they want an easy time attacking, they have to lose a lot of cards.
Well,
because they need less than
it depends
7.
on their hand size. Like, they could end up just losing 2 cards or whatever, but they still have to take cards out. Like, in Dragon Ball, so you want to keep your hand as high as possible, don't you? To combo out and stuff like that. But this leader kind of makes you not want to do that in a weird way. But, yeah. And then, when it attacks, you can draw... No, you and your opponent draw a card. I always just read it as you because it's a given, isn't it? But no, you both draw.
Yeah, the standard for just you to draw, but Slug's a bit weird.
Yeah, so it's you and your opponent, but this one's not a May, so you both definitely draw. And then activate main once per turn. If your opponent has 10 or more cards in their hand, play up to 1 mono green Slug's army card for energy cost of 2 or less from your drop area. So gets your ball presence for free, but they do have to have 10 or more cards in hand.
Yeah.
Oh look, Jonah, you get to read this one.
Oh, nice. So yeah, we got Turles. So start with, it's got a permanent. If a Turles Crusher Corpse card in your battle area would be placed in its energy drop by one of your skills, it's sent to the warp instead. Its first auto is when you place a card in your leader area, place up to 1 Tree of Might from your deck in your opponent's battle area, which is interesting. You give the field to your opponent instead. And then it's got, when it attacks, you add up to 1 card from your life to your hand, look up to 5 cards from the top of your deck, add up to 1 Turles Crusher Corpse card from amongst your hand, then shuffle your deck.
Self-awakening mixed with being able to search cards, very good. Because it's literally like a take a life, draw a card. You're likely to see a target as well if you've built the deck with enough copies of Turles Crusher Corpse cards. Averagely, you should see 1 all the time you do this. In theory, unless you get lucky and see 5 extra cards, it's like, oh.
Yeah, but it's an upgraded version of like most other leaders that have the top 5 search patterns. So like, it's in general can look at 5 for a Shadow Dragon. It, like, Turles gets extra on top of that.
Yeah.
Which is... So its weakness is, if your life's at 4 or less, or your opponent has 3 or more life face up, you draw a card, so you just get a 1-1. Because yeah, this deck does focus on turning your opponent's life face up, so you gain the awaken from doing that, apparently. Okay, so its first permanent stays the same. If one of your Crush Corps leaves the battle area by a skill, you send it to the warp. Its second permanent is when it deals damage, you choose the card in your opponent's life so like you choose which life they lose.
You struggled with that for a minute, then, didn't you?
I did. I read ahead myself and I was like, wait, hang on. Yeah. But I do like that because like, obviously you're turning life face up, so then you get the choice of what goes.
Yeah.
As a standard auto, when it attacks, draw. And an active main once per turn, choose card in your hand, place at the bottom of your deck. Add one fruit of the tree of might from your drop to your hand.
Now he's got to see how easy it is to get the fruit or tree. Yeah.
Yeah,
Get
just
the
gotta see how.
fruit in the drop area.
Yeah, just gotta see how the tree and the fruit work, really.
Alright, so on to our first SR and Unison. So we got King Piccolo, Dimensional Conqueror. So he's a 2 cost 1 with 15k power. He's got Rejuvenate. And then he's got Activate Main, pay 1 green. If your leader card is mono green and your opponent has 7 and 1 cards in their hand, play this card from your hand with a marker on it, and you can't play Unison cards for the turn. And then it's
so slug.
yeah, basically. And then +1, activate main, choose 1 card in your hand and place it under this card. You and your opponent draw 1 card, then you choose up to 1 green battle card with original energy cost of 1 in your hand and play it. At the end of the turn, your opponent chooses up to 1 card in their hand and places it at the bottom of their deck.
Huh.
Interesting. Oh look, another one that you're gonna like.
Yeah. So yeah, our next unison is Raditz Invader from Afar. Say, specified cost of 3, 20k power. So it's got active main once per turn. You flip a card, flip up to 1 card in your opponent's life face up. So tell is. +1 active main. Choose 1 card in your hand and discard it. If you do, your opponent chooses a card in their hand, discards it. Choose one of your cards and it gains critical for the turn.
Ew.
Ooh. So target is and choose which one gets critted. And then -5 active main. Your opponent chooses 3 cards in their hand and discards them.
Right, it's good.
Yeah.
Oh, okay, we're on to another SR now. Was that Radisson? No, he's an uncommon. Oh my god.
Yeah.
Ew. Alright, so yeah, sorry, another SR. We've got Lord Slug, Monstrous Muscle. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
Hard 5 for the hard 5 green. So no.
That's full green.
Is it 4 green? Is it 1, 2, 3, 4? Oh right, okay, so it's 4 green. So you can pay 1 other colour, but you're probably mono anyway, so it doesn't really matter.
Yeah.
It's got Deflect. Okay, seeing Deflect is always nice. Oh, sorry, he's got 30k power. Double Strike. Ew. 30k Double Strike. Auto. When this card is played, choose all your opponent's battle cards, KO them, then choose up to 1 of your opponent's units and cards and remove 2 markers from it. I'm sorry, what?
Ouch.
I'm so glad he doesn't ignore barrier. And then auto once per turn, when your opponent activates a counter attack skill, your opponent chooses 6 cards in their hand and discards the rest. Then you and your opponent draw 1 card. I'm sorry, what? I mean, it's for the Lord Slug deck, they're gonna have a lot of cards in hand, but still.
Yeah, it puts them on 7. Exactly.
Yeah.
Interesting.
I wish it kind of put them to 6 instead.
But then if they're on 7, you get your effects, don't you?
Oh, true.
Because if you make them go down to 6,
7 or more,
you'd have to then put them back up.
Yeah, okay, yeah, I forgot about that.
Yeah.
Oh god,
Sorry,
another SR.
Yeah. So we've got Lord Slug, Water of Plans. So they range cost of like a hard 3 green, 15k power. Like I said, it's an SR with Deflect. It's got Auto Bond 2. Oh my god, Bond.
That's going back.
I know.
That's going back to like set 7?
I think so.
I
Because that's
might
when
be,
they
I
put
might be
Slug
wrong.
in. Like, because that's what they made the Mechans do when they first came in. It was they were just all about Bond.
Yeah, I
Um.
might be wrong, but
So yeah,
still.
if your leader is a Slug army card, when your opponent uses a card in a combo, you may place that card in its own drop area. If you do, you and your opponent draw one card, then negate the skill for the turn.
Okay,
Okay, so kill the combo and give them a card.
which is fine.
Yeah. And auto, when this card is removed from your battle by an opponent's skill or KO'd, if your opponent has 7 more cards in their hand, play up to 1 green Slug's army card with an energy cost of 1 from your drop area.
It's always nice.
Hmm.
Oh, here's a 1-cost slug. Oh, would you look at that? So we got Lord Slug Conqueror Restored. So 1 cost, 4k power. It does have unique. Auto, if your leader card is a Slug's army card, when this card is played from your hand, you and your opponent draw 1 card. At the end of the turn, your opponent chooses up to 1 card in their hand and places it at the bottom of their deck. Activate main if your leader card is Slug's army card and your opponent has 7 or more cards in their hand and 1 or more energy. Choose up to 1 mono green Slug's army card with 90k power. Yeah, 19k power or less in your hand and play it. You can't activate the activate main skill on copies of this card for the turn. It does just say Slug's army card. Yeah, Slug's army card with 19k power. Well, there you go. Here's a possible target.
So yeah, we got Angular Invader of Earth. Say 3 cost with 19k. So yeah, one of the targets for Slug. Its auto is if your leader is a Slug's army card and all of your energy is mono green. When this card is played from your hand, activate the skill. At the end of the turn, if you have 6 or fewer cards in your hand, and your opponent has 10 or more cards in their hand, then draw 3 cards.
That's nice.
It's a bit of draw power for the deck.
Yeah, it's an easy card to bring out as well because of the 1 cost.
Lord Slug. Yeah.
Alright, so we got Medi-Match. I'm going to say Medi-Match. Whatever.
Many Marcher.
Marcher. Blah blah blah. Okay, Invader of Earth. I'm going to presume they're all Invader of Earth.
Most likely.
2 cost, 10k. Activate main, pay 1 green. If your leader card is Slug's army, all your energy is mono green, and you send this card from your drop area to your warp, add up to 1 card from your life to your hand, play up to 1 Medi token, then you and your opponent draw 2 cards. At the end of the turn, your opponent chooses up to 2 cards on their hand and places it at the bottom of their deck. You can't activate the copy. Yeah, okay, you can't do it again, basically. And then it says about the tokens being 5k and 0 and all that. 0 combo cost and 5k common power. But yeah. On to our next one.
Yep. So we got Wings Invader of Earth. So yeah, 3 cost, 19k power, and it's got permanent bond 2. If this card is in rest mode, mono green Slug's army cards in your battle area can't be KO'd by your opponent's skills.
Oh, it's a shame he has to be in rest mode for it.
Yeah.
We've got a vanilla dude that's Slug's army. Cost 2, 20k. I know I'm going to try to pronounce the name.
And
the same with this guy, but he costs 1 and he's 10k.
yeah.
There we go. Right, so I know I'm going to try to pronounce his name.
So here we got Gyoshu Invader of Earth.
Okay.
So 2 cost, 15k. Super combo. So is this the generic one? Oh no.
No, this is the Rejuvenate one.
Yeah, so if your leader's green, you have green used in play. When it's using a combo, you draw 1 card. Then at the end of the battle, choose one of your green used cards with Rejuvenate in its skill text and place it underneath it.
From your drop area. Ha ha ha.
Yes.
So if it gets popped in the combo area, it doesn't matter. Because it says from the drop area. Ha ha.
Yes.
Not the combo area. But if it said from the combo area, you'd lose the combo power, so it's like... Alright, so we're on to the Turles SR now. So we got Turles, Cosmic Rogue. So he's a 4 cost with 15k power. Don't know. Do you like that artwork?
It's alright.
Sorry, that one kind of just stood out to me in comparison to the other ones. I don't know why. It was just like... Anyway, we got Unique, Deflect, and Critical. Because Critical is totally needed or something that's going, I'm going to pick your life. Permanent, if you have 3 or more Turnus Crusher Corpse cards in your battle area, and you have 3 or more energy, reduce the energy cost in this card in your hand by 2. So it becomes a 2 cost at turn 4.
But it does have Unique.
It does have Unique. But you do have to have 3 of the Crusher Corpse out, so... Yeah, it's... Doing it at turn 4 is probably not going to happen. Unless there's a way to cheese them out. But we'll see. Permanent, during your turn, all Turnus Crusher Corpse cards in your battle area gain 10. Is that 10,000? Yeah.
Yeah. 10k power.
Yeah, so that's Ginyu all over again.
Yeah, it is. Although it doesn't give them all double strike.
No. When his card
but
attacks,
it's still handy.
Yeah, no, it is. Oh god, yeah, you wouldn't say no to using this card. Also, when his card attacks, choose up to one of your opponent's battle cards and KO it. Sure, why not? I mean, it does only have 15k power. It's not like a 20k body. That'd be evil. Like, ugh.
Yeah.
You're up.
Yep. So we've got Turles Crusher Corpse Commander. Say 3.15k. It's got Unique and Deflect. And it has auto, choose one card in your hand and place it at the bottom of your deck. When this card is played, you draw 2.
Jonah?
Oh, hey.
What happened there?
I have no idea. Where was I?
When his card is played, draw 2 cards.
Okay. So you draw 2, you gain 5k until the end of your opponent's next turn, and then you flip the card face up in your opponent's life.
And then he's got Activate Battle.
Yep, so active battle, you pay green. If you have 2 or more Turles Crush Corpse card in your combo area, you play this card from your hand.
So combo with 2, pay 1. Yeah, okay. Fair enough. Oh, we
Pretty
got
good.
Another SR here. Turles Invader of Earth. So it's a 1 cost with 4k. Has Unique. When his card is played, flip up to 1 card in your opponent's life face up. Also, if your leader card is a green Turles Crusher Corpse card, when this card attacks, look at 5 cards on top of your deck, combo with up to 5 Turles Crusher Corpse cards among them, and then shuffle your deck.
What?
It's to get the combo power, because it's only got 4k power.
Yeah, but holy hell.
Quintet Wall.
It is.
Yeah.
Wow.
I'm not wrong.
No, you're not. Trying to go for next card, Joe.
Okay. So we got Amond, Invader of Earth. So 3-drop, 9k power. It has Unique. Auto, if your leader's a Turles Crush Corpse card and this card is used in combo area from your deck or hand, when this card would be placed in its own drop area from a combo area, you may play it in rest mode instead.
Yeah, there you go.
Pretty nice. He does only have 3k combo power and you have to pay 1.
You do have to pay 1, yeah.
Although I think the SR would get around it because you place them in there. I think. Because it's kind of like the Demigod logic of you put it in the combo regardless of its cost.
I'm just going to assume yes. Wait, are you on about
Yeah.
this? Are you on about this, Turles?
Yeah, just thinking about it because otherwise you'd have to have like a lot of energy just to play the deck.
True.
And then it's got active main, you pay 1 green, send this card to its owner's warp, then choose one of your opponent's battle cards with edge cost of 5 or more, KO it, and you can't play copies of this card for the turn.
Interesting.
Yeah.
Alright. What the hell is this guy's name?
Days.
Can we just call him Dice? I don't know. Let's see, whatever. So 2k9. Yeah. What? 2k? 2 cost 9k. Shut up, Jonah. Snickering in the background. I'm hurt. But to be fair, I just laugh at you sometimes so we're even.
Yeah.
So he's got unique auto. If your leader card is a Turtle's Crusher Corpse card, and this card is used in a combo, and from your deck or hand, when this card will be placed in its own drop area from a combo area, you play it right. I'm going to assume they all do that.
Probably.
When this card is played, you look up to 3 cards on top of your deck, add up to 1 Turtle's Crusher Corpse card from one of them to your hand and shuffle your deck. Ooh, that's quite nice. Just generic super combo.
Yeah.
But of course it's a Crusher Corpse one. So it's definitely worth using. Because it's searchable.
Yeah, it's searchable and you can get it with your SR effect.
Yes.
Which is handy. So yeah, we've got Raisin, Raider of Earth. It's got 2-drop, 5k power, it's unique and blocker. First auto, like the others, if it's comboed, you can play them out. The secondary auto is, if you lead, let's say, Turtle's Crusher card, when this card is played, play up to 1 green Lacasse card with an energy cost 2 from your deck in rest mode, then shuffle your deck.
Yeah, and like the other one, he's got a 3k common power, but it costs 1. But yeah.
Yeah. I think they're all going to.
Yeah, this guy literally. Okay, so he's got unique and the same auto as the other ones. But this one is when he's played, you play up to this guy.
Yeah.
Basically.
So they just get each other out.
Yeah. And then if you do that from your deck, then you draw 1 card, then choose 1 card in your hand and discard it. Whereas this one does a little bit less than that. This one literally just gets him, and then he's the one who does the main full part of the combo. So, there you go. On to our next card.
Yeah, good. So we've got Lord Slug Out of Control. Say 6 cost with 25k power. He's got Triple Strike. EX evolved by paying 2 green onto a Xeno Slug with an energy cost of 4. Permanent, while this card is in rest mode, your opponents can't attack leader cards or using cards. So, kind of like a deadly defender.
Yeah, but 25k power is not easy to get over.
No, that is true.
There's a lot of cards at the hand, and then even then, you can just go, I'll just put a 5k combo into it, because you've just used 3 cards just to get to 25. Potentially, or 2 cards, and I'll just use 1.
Yeah, you defend him.
Definitely.
And then, also, when this card is removed from your battle area by an opponent's skill, play up to 1 green Lord Slug card with an energy cost of 3 from your drop area, then up to 1 Dark Dragon Ball card from your drop to your hand.
I think it's just to help get back into this, isn't it? I think.
Yeah. Right, it definitely will be.
Yeah. What did it say evolve on to? Energy cost of 4? Yeah, Slug Xeno
cost 4.
There you go, there's our Slug Xeno. Cost 4.
Cost of 4.
It's got 20k power, and then also, if your opponent has 3 or more energy, when this card is played, your opponent may choose one of their unison cards and place it in the drop area. If they didn't, you and your opponent draw 1 card, choose all your opponent's battle cards and KO them. So they either lose their unison or they're bored.
Hmm.
Okay.
Interesting.
What was the rarity on that other one? Oh, it's an uncommon. Okay. Alright, on to the next one.
We got Turlo's Chaotic Rampage. 6 drop 25k power. It's also a Xeno. It's got critical and double strike. Ooh. EX evolve for 2 green onto a Turles Xeno with an energy cost of 4. Its first auto is when a card evolves into this card, switch this card to active mode, then your opponent chooses 1 card in the hand and sends it to their warp. Flip up to 2 cards in your opponent's life face up. Okay. And active main once per turn. When this card attacks, combo with up to 1 green battle card from your drop area with its skills negated for the turn.
So you wouldn't be able to do anything with them.
No, but you can do double crit, so.
Yeah, I guess.
Nasty.
So we got Turles Dark Parasite. So it's 4 cost 20k, blocker. When his card activates blocker skill, or is removed from your battle area by an opponent's skill, your opponent may choose 1 card in their hand and discard it. If they don't, draw 1 card, then flip up to 1 card in your opponent's life face up. So, on to our next one.
Yep. Well, we're going to the X cards now.
Yeah, it does look that way.
So, we've got 4-star Ball, Parasitic Darkness. So, 0 cost, permanent, it gains Dragon Ball in all areas.
Dark
Active
Dragon Ball.
battle, Dark Dragon Ball, yes, Dark Dragon Ball. Blech.
Key thing there.
Yeah, I know. So yeah, active battle, you can choose one of your cards and give it 5k for the battle. And then active main, if your opponent has 2 or more energy, and you choose one of your mono green Turles cards, an energy cost of 3 or 4 and place this card under it, choose up to 1 green Turles Xeno, an energy cost of 4 in your deck or hand, play it on top of the chosen card in active mode, then shuffle your deck if you look through it.
Yeah,
So
there
kind
you
of bog standard, get the Xeno.
Yeah, and I'm assuming this is going to be basically along the same lines, but for Slug, because it's the 6-star one. Same opponent, same activate battle, activate main. If your opponent has 3 or more energy, and you choose one of your mono green Lord Slug cards with energy cost of 3 or 4, 3 or 4, and place this card under it, choose up to 1 green Lord Slug Xeno with energy cost of 4 in your deck or hand. Yeah, it's literally exactly the same. It's just Lord Slug instead of Turles.
There is more options for though, because like you've got the Agent of Destruction, haven't you?
No,
cards.
That's Xeno. It says Xeno.
Yeah, but you can I'm just saying as a Lord Slug normal.
Oh, yeah, because it says Lord Slug with an energy cost of 3 or 4, and then choose up to 1 Lord Slug Xeno. Yeah, true.
Just because there's previous Slug stuff, you have more targets to go into your Xeno. Which is kind of an unfair advantage, but at the time, they were just doing Slug stuff, so.
Yeah, it depends how much it costs though, because some of the Slug stuff does cost less than 3 as well.
Yeah.
But here's the Tree of Might.
Interesting. Oh yes, Tree of Might. So cost free. Not that you're likely to pay the cost for it, because Turles. So yeah, permanent. While in a battle area, this card can't be placed in drop areas by your skills. Reduced combo cost of all Turles Crush Corpse cards in your opponent's hand and battle area by 1. That's how it gets around it.
Ah.
Because you place this in your opponent's area, so then they reduce your combo cost.
Yeah, Jonah's jumping on this deck.
Oh yeah, it is my kind of deck. So, also, if all your opponent's energy is mono green, if this card is in your battle area at the start of main phase, choose 1 card in your life, flip it face up. If you do, your opponent adds up to 1 Fruit of Tree of Might from their deck to the hand, then shuffles their deck if they look through it.
So, right, okay. if all your opponent's energy, because this will be on your opponent's side, so this would trigger start of your main phase. So at the start of your turn, your opponent is going to be obviously the Turles and have all this green energy, yada yada yada, and then literally before you do anything, well, the start of the main phase, so actually your opponent's charged, drawn, and all that, they're just going to be like, hang on a second, let me just go through my deck and grab the Tree of Might.
Well, so like, if you're playing the deck with this on your field, so like if your opponent's playing Turles and you're playing whatever, like I said, you draw, charge, and then at the start of your main phase, you'd have to flip a card in your life face up, and your opponent gets to search a card. It's pretty funny.
It's just weird. It's like the field goes on your opponent's side. What?
My only thought is like, if your opponent starts with a field, how does that work?
How does
like,
doesn't Turles do the same thing, but it puts it in your opponent's?
Yeah, that's what I mean. Like, it puts it in your opponent's field. But then say they're playing like
Baby.
I'm trying to think. Yeah, Baby or Android 21, where they get a field. Especially if it's a field that can't go anywhere because of its own permanence. Then what happens?
It's See, I don't know what the...
That is my main question about this.
It's probably going to be ruled as that you can't play your field spell because of theirs.
Yeah.
I can see it being ruled that way.
Which then screws over the Turles player.
Yeah, completely. Because there'd be no... Whichever way you look at it, it screws over the other player. Because obviously for Android 21 it hurts them because they lose their field.
Yeah.
Then you've got the other deck, whatever else wants. Yeah, I'm not sure how they're going to rule that, because whichever way they rule it, it's not good.
No, it's an interesting concept, but I feel like in the case of facing a deck that gets a field, there is a huge problem.
Yeah, only if they got the same. Only if they got this permanent.
Yeah, like if they have a field in their deck that they can play out. So, like if they're playing apes, they don't start with the field, which means they can't place Planet Vegeta because this can't be like gotten rid of by skills. Well, actually, Bing, is it skills? So yeah, they could replace it.
Yeah, they could play a new field, which would get rid of it.
Yeah. But that's okay. It's a question of like if they start with one, then what happens? So hopefully we'll get some clarity on that when.
Well, it's activate main does help it as well.
Yeah, that is true. It does. Yeah, I haven't read that. So active main. If your leader is a Turles Crush Corpse, place this card in your opponent's battle area in active mode. So it does have a purpose in the main deck, in that you can put it into play if they get rid of it, or
yeah, you would definitely run multiple copies.
I feel like 2 maybe.
I mean, because of its auto.
Because you start with 1.
Yeah, you start with 1, but it's auto. It's auto. No, it's permanent. Sorry.
Yeah.
Reducing a combo is very, very vital. So that's one thing. Yeah. Okay, we'll see.
Plus, like, if they start with field and you can't place it, you'd still have the 2 in deck.
Yeah.
Like, you don't get one out the deck and then immediately get rid of it. So.
Alright, let's go on to the... Oh, here we go. The fruit now.
Ooh. Nice.
So, cost 1. It's Adre Battle. If your leader card is Turles Crusher Corpse card, All your energy is mono green, and you flip one face-up card in your opponent's life face down. Choose up to one of your leader cards or battle cards and against 20k power for the battle. If the chosen card's character name includes Turles, it also gains double strike.
Ooh.
So target your leader.
Yeah.
Because it gains crit, doesn't it? Does it really gain crit? No, the other stuff gains crit. The battle cards gain crit, so you just target something with Turles just because.
Yeah. Or you use the Radix Unison to give your leader crit, and then you use the Tree of the Fruit to give your leader 20k in double strike on top of that.
Yeah, because it will have the crit from that. Yeah, okay.
Yeah. And it does solve the problem of all your opponent's life being face up, is that you can flip one down.
Yes.
So you could flip it down, and then your next effect you can flip it back up, which is good.
On to our next one.
Yep. So we got Kill Driver. It's a 1-cost active battle. If your leader's Turles Crush Corpse, flip up to one card in your opponent's life face up. Choose up to one of your leader cards or battle cards, and it gets 10k power for the battle. Then you choose one of the following. So you can either draw a card, or if it's your turn, you choose up to one of your opponent's battle cards with range cost greater than their current energy, and KO it.
Nice.
That is a consistent thing now. They're just like, oh look, you're getting ahead of yourself. Die.
Yeah. Yeah, definitely.
I mean, it's good. It's good that we're seeing it more, because there's a lot of decks that can just spam out high costs.
Broly.
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
Alright, guys.
I do that.
So, thank you very much for watching. Leave any thoughts you have in the comments below. And then watch out for our next video, which I think is going to be the revamped cards, right? I think they should be somewhere on the website.
Yeah.
So look out for that video, and we'll see you then. Bye bye.
Bye.